Alright, so the last example for 6-4 should be the easiest example, as long as you have a scientific calculator and you know how to use it. So the big thing is, most of you know how to find a square root of something. So if you find the square root of 58, more than likely, I guess it depends if you have a Texas Instruments, or actually I shouldn't say Texas Instruments. If you have a calculator where you can actually see what you are writing out, then you could actually say square root of 58. Type it in, although it probably either look like that or it might look like square root and then a parenthesis 58. You may have that. If you have a Texas Instruments, then what you're going to have to do first is you're going to have to type in the 58 and then you're going to have to hit the square root of X button. So it all depends on what type of calculator you have. Regardless, when you plug these in, you should be able to get approximating 3 decimals a 7.616. So that's the answer you should get for A. For B, you notice you have a negative out front, so you're going to need a negative in your answer. So this is going to be a negative, and then square root of 76 gives you an 8.718. Now, if you have to find a fourth root of a negative number, it doesn't matter what that negative is. If you have an even index, 2 or 4, and if you have a negative underneath, and if you have to use your calculator, then this is actually not possible by using your calculator. So if you plug it into your calculator, it'll probably say something like error, domain error, something along the lines of that. Last one. If you plug a fifth root of 4756 squared, you need to make sure that you square this number first. Okay, you have to square it before you find the fifth root. Like I said, if you have a calculator, either Texas Instruments or a Casio, where you can just write it in, usually what you have to do is you have to hit a 5, type of 5, and then there will be a radical button, but it'll have an X here, is what it'll have, because you don't have. I haven't seen a calculator yet that has a fifth root on it. So you will have to type 5 and then X radical, and then it will probably have to type in parentheses 4756, square it, and then put your end parenthesis. Okay, you don't want to put your end parenthesis outside, otherwise you won't get the correct answer, but you should end up getting something equivalent to a 29.573. So make sure, I know it's just plugging stuff into the calculator, but make sure you know how to plug these into the calculator. If you can't plug these into the calculator, then there's going to be an issue because you're not going to get them right. And it's all because you didn't take the time to know your best friend. So know your best friend, love your best friend, just don't depend on them too much.